one, the morning show number one in Tobago. We thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll always say thank you. And whatever you plan to do on the weekend, we want you to be safe. Enjoy, but be safe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head on over to news in 90 seconds with Biana.
Thank you, Adana. Here is your news in 90 seconds for Friday, February 24, 2024. Minority Leader Kelvon Morris expressed his support for the motion proposed by Chief Secretary Fali Augustine at yesterday's plenary sitting. The motion called for establishment of a standing committee to develop policies to address rising crime in Tobago. Despite his endorsement, Morris pointed out that the motion lacks clarity regarding the specific measures the THA intends to implement to address crime. Morris also stated that Augustine did not provide details on how the THA intends to collaborate with relevant entities. Despite these and other concerns, Morris expressed his willingness to collaborate with the administration to address crime. The inter-island ferry operations were not affected by the incident yesterday in Port of Spain, where workers' absenteeism caused significant disruption to the cargo operations. The Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago confirmed that the absenteeism resulted from an emergency meeting called by the Seamen and Waterfront Workers Trade Union. Cargo operations were halted, particularly affecting equipment operators. However, minimal operations at the one-stop barrel shop were maintained. Port Authority expects to fully resume cargo operations today. And finally, First Citizens Bank earmarked $40,000 to support educational opportunities at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. The bank plans to sponsor 8 student bursaries as part of this initiative, aiming to empower deserving students through financial assistance and promote academic excellence. However, the bank emphasized its commitment to advancing education and supporting aspiring scholars, particularly those focused on renewable energy studies. Prospective candidates must be citizens of Trinidad and Tobago with a GPA of 2.5 or above and a dedication to contributing to the sustainable energy sector. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you, Biana. Listening to the news, it always seems as if there's something with the inter-island travel between Trinidad and Tobago, but hopefully that situation is resolved soon. Well, it is resolved, and that we can get back to normal ferrying between Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading on into our birthday shout-outs, And on screen and celebrating a birthday today is Chevron Lynch. Chevron Lynch is celebrating a birthday today, and we want to wish you a very happy birthday. Coming to you from all of us here at the Tobago Updates Television, we wish you a happy birthday. Even as you head on into the weekend, we say do enjoy your birthday. And next, it's Crystal Phillips. Crystal Phillips there is celebrating a birthday today. Yes, she is. And we want to wish you the very best, Crystal. We pray God's blessings upon your life as you enjoy your birthday walk and enjoy the weekend. Whatever you have planned, ensure that you have a good time, but remember to remain safe. Happy birthday, Crystal. And to all those who are celebrating a birthday today and even onto the weekend, we want to wish you a very, very happy birthday from all of us here at Tobago Updates Television. And before we head on into the rundown, I just want to say good morning to a few of our viewers online, our regular viewers, Pearl Murray Beard, who is always online, Renrick Job, good morning, Julia Brown, good morning, J-Cell Boris Vincent, good morning to you, Lisa James, listening there, good morning to you, good morning to Robert McKenzie there on our YouTube channel, and all our viewers in Trinidad, in the Caribbean, wherever you are, in Africa, in the United States, in Canada, wherever you find yourself this morning, or whatever time of day it is where you are, we want to say good morning. Coming to you from Tobago Updates Television. Good morning, and thank you so much for always joining us. All right, so we're heading on into the rundown this morning. Who are we speaking with this morning? We get our conversation started this morning with Dr. Faith B. Israel, Secretary in the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection. And of course, we know we have that concern with the oil spill. So we're talking about the general health effects of that this morning. She's in studio and we are going to have that conversation with her this morning. We also speak with Anushka Ramsden, Senior Game Senior Game Warden, Forestry Division, and Lyndon Roberts, President of the Wildlife Association of Tobago. And we're talking Wildlife Day, Fair and Fun Day. We're going to get some information on that as it relates to that topic. And of course, we head on into our sports segment with Mr. Cricket. Of course, Marcus Daniel will be bringing information to you from Brian Brown, the founder of Jarrick Titans Sports and Development. And they're talking about the Manchester Cup and the breakfast sale. And then he runs the conversation with Master Danny Roberts, instructor Tobago Martial Arts Academy, talking about karate in schools initiative. So those are the conversations we are going to have this morning. So we just want to thank you for choosing us, of course, and we ask that you stay with us as we have these conversations. All right, just coming in now, after 36 years on the job, we just want to send some congratulations here. After 36 years on the job, Mr. King has signed the attendance register at the Signal Hill Secondary School for the final time. Yes, his final time. He celebrated a birthday yesterday, so it's his final time signing that attendance register today. So we want to wish him congratulate him, and we want to wish him a very bright future. We know that Mr. King is so talented. He has so much talent, and he's such a friendly and warm person. So we want to say congratulations to him. We want to wish him all the very best, in his future endeavors. Congratulations and best wishes to you, Mr. King, after 36 years on the job as an educator. Congratulations and best wishes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break before we start conversations in studio. And of course, before we go, you know what we're going to do? Invite you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Storebay Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat.
Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Tobago
Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
It's your boy Harry from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Tobago Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash in transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. I am Adana Kambi, and we begin conversations this morning in studio with our first guest, and we're speaking with Dr. Faith B. Israel, Secretary in the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection. And unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that there's been an oil spill in Tobago. It took place about a couple of weeks ago, going into 2 weeks, and there's so many concerns surrounding it, but thankfully we have the help of the Tobago community, and we've called in, external forces to come and help us. But one of the main concerns that we're speaking about right now is the health effects, the health impact of that oil spill and the fumes and, whatever is coming from it. So we're speaking to someone who is well taught and educated in that area, who can give us some details and information as to what we can look out for and how to, what's the word I'm looking for? How to protect safe. And to be safe, to protect ourselves. Thank you. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me this morning. It's an honor being here. So let me start by saying, one, initially we started saying oil spill. We transferred that to oil-like substance. The experts are telling us that we shouldn't even say oil-like substance. We should actually be saying hydrocarbons, because it is something that it is really not oil. They haven't totally identified what it is just yet. So it's a hydrocarbon. I mean, it has hydrogen and carbons, and it's within the oily, gassy, diesely kind of situation. So that is where we are with that. And it is really an honor to be able to be here to actually just to let people know what are some of the things we should be looking out for, and probably more importantly, what we should be, how we could protect ourselves.
That's right, because I mean there are a lot of concerns with it. And I had a conversation yesterday with Councillor Orlando Kerr, and we touched on that a little bit. He spoke about the concerns some parents had at school and the fact that they're now cleaning up the schools to ensure that we don't have that challenge. So, what are some of the things that we can look out for to know if we are affected by this, and what steps do we take to protect ourselves from any effects of it?
So certainly. So let me start by actually repeating something that Orlando Kerr said yesterday. And he highlighted the difference between something that has a smell that is not great and something that is actually dangerous to us. And they are two different things because we have very good examples of items that are dangerous to us, particles flowing around in the air that we do not smell but can actually cause significant harm. And I'm actually glad that he used the example of the sargassum weed and how
pungent that smell is.
No, we ain't using no big word. It's smelling nasty.
That's right.
But it is not actually causing harm to us. And it's important to make that differentiation as it relates to what we're seeing with this hydrocarbon spill. Because in many areas, we are getting the smell of it. But when we do the air quality testing, when we look in the air to see if there are any actual particles running around that could actually harm us, that is where we're getting pretty good readings showing that the air is actually pretty safe, even though we are getting the smell. So that is one thing we need to be able to differentiate. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is really this idea of the fact that our health is determined by the concentration of whatever it is that gets into our body. Now, it can get into our body through our eyes, our nose, our mouth, through our skin, depending on what it is. So it can get inside of us. And it is when it gets inside of us that that causes a problem. So what are the things that can prevent it from getting inside of us? We have to think about two important factors. Time is one of them, and the other is exposure. Time. If you spend 5 seconds in the space of something versus spending an hour, 2 hours, or 5 hours in the space of the same thing, you get a very different effect.
That's right.
The 5 seconds, you could probably get in, get out, be fine, nothing happens. But if you stay there for 10 hours, we have a problem because the time is allowing more and more of whatever it is to get into your skin, your nose, your eyes, whatever it is. And the other one is exposure. How close are you to the thing? How close is it to your body? Is it that you are literally in the middle of it? And by the way, we have designated some areas as hot zones, meaning that is where the substance is. That is where you will get the highest concentration of the substance. That is why we are telling people, oh God, for this life of heaven, or you're not going to them places, no, please. There is a reason why we've said
the curiosity of humans.
Don't drive there. No walk there. No go sightsee, because that is where the volume of the substance is, again, increasing the concentration, increasing how much of it you come into contact with. Which is why when we are working, if the people who are working in the area, whether it's the paid individuals, whether it's the volunteers, the professionals who are in the area, you would recognize that they spend a lot of effort on their PPE.
Correct.
Because the PPE is a barrier between you and the thing. Again, reducing your exposure to it, making you safer in that space. So you see them wearing the full suits, wearing the mask, wearing the head coverings, wearing the boots so that their feet don't get contaminated and so forth. That is why we are saying, okay, we have worked out how much time and exposure that you can have for this substance and still be safe based on studies and so forth. We've already worked that out. We already understand that you need to put on, if you're going to be there for 5, 6, 7 hours, you need to put on the PPE, you need to put on this, you need to do that. You need to wash it off in a particular way. And we have decontamination centers and so forth as a part of this. And when we put all of those things together, we are safe. But those of us who do not have the PPE, who do not have the training, who do not have the decontamination opportunities, you're not going at the site now, oh gosh.
What about the curious persons? But they want to take videos and post it on social media.
We are already taking videos. We already have drones, for example, going around and taking the best shots that you could possibly take of it. And we are showing it to you. As a matter of fact, one of the things we have done from the beginning is be 100% transparent with this. And we are the ones who've actually said, this is what the coastline looks like. This is what out there looks like. We are the ones who are even publishing the fact that the oil-like substance, the hydrocarbon, has moved from our waters, quote unquote, into Grenada and Venezuela and those areas. Nobody in Trinidad and Tobago went seeing that, but we are the ones who've actually put that out there so that people know. My point is, there are some things you don't have to see for yourself.
Tell them again, please.
There are some things you don't have to experience for yourself. Allow us, the professionals, to bring the information to you because that is what is safest for you. It is also what is safest for those who are working in this space. And let me give you an example. We have USH officers who are part of our briefings every evening. We have nightly briefings. And one of the things they are complaining about is the fact that when people are moving into the spaces, they are actually going in and they are finding themselves in the blind spots, for example, of a big tanker that might be trying to back up. That tanker is trying to back up. That tanker and expect some random person to be behind them and you are in their blind spot. So now we may have an additional catastrophe because you went to sightsee.
Yeah, we have a personal responsibility. I mean, I know we're curious. I know we want to be a part of the story. You want to tell your own story. But my thing is always to listen to the professionals. Yeah. They already have a handle on it. They've called for volunteers. They're managing the volunteers should they need them. If they don't need them anymore, then you don't need to be in the space, right? Let's leave the professionals to do what the professionals have to do so that they don't have to take on another job. Because you being there now in the blind spot.
Exactly.
You're causing additional
You cause an accident. Because we now have quite, I'm not sure if you've noticed, we actually have quite a bit of heavy equipment that have come up from Trinidad and so forth. We have the tankers, we have the frac tanks, we have all of these trucks, we have all of these things, these suckers that are there that have come up. What we do not want is a situation where they've come up to help with this and then their equipment, their very expensive equipment gets damaged because some random person in a short pants and slippers wanted to go and see the wreckage site for themselves.
Take a picture and a video and
take
post
a picture
it on
and
social
post
media
it
for likes and comments.
Likes and comments. Exactly. That would be very unfortunate.
That's right. That's right. You know, so just take the advice. They're doing what they're supposed to do. I am not a professional in that field. I have not been to any of the sites. I've enjoyed seeing the videos and the photos from on social media. You understand? I've enjoyed them. I've liked them. I've commented on them. And that's enough for me and my family. Because remember, we have a personal responsibility for ourselves and for our spaces. For crying out loud, let us do the right thing and let us help to ease the burden. Let's not add to it, right? Exactly. Let's not add to it. They're doing a really, really good job in terms of cleanup. And again, thank you for the transparency. They've been taking us on a journey. We saw the beginning, we saw the middle, we're seeing where it's going. So let's just take it at that level and leave it right there. You know, and before we go, I want to touch a little bit up on the dust, the blanket of dust we have in the atmosphere. Just last night I was listening to the news report and they were saying that we're going to get additional dust, more heat. Listen to my voice. My voice is as a result of the dust. So what can we do to, safeguard ourselves, to protect ourselves from, the effects of this thick Saharan dust?
Yes, so Saharan dust is in the air, fortunately or unfortunately. It means that if you have allergies, then you are going to be in a little bit of trouble. If you are prone to being negatively affected by dust, then you are in trouble. So for example, the dust actually doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people. And that's, I don't know what it is about my body that is different to other people's. But what we are encouraging people to do is to stay away, or again, using the same things that we spoke about before with the oil-like substance, hydrocarbon spill. Reduce your time and exposure. So it means that the dust is outside for the most part. So be inside. The dust is out there, and it means that when you are out there, don't do things that cause you to breathe faster or heavier. So we are encouraging people to not, for example, be exercising outside and that kind of thing. Because that is, you're exercising, that's causing you to breathe even heavier. Again, you will take in more of the dust. If you have to be outside and if you have to be in the space, wear a mask. Again, preventing the exposure. The mask, as uncomfortable as it is, I mean, we survived COVID.
That's right.
Where we had to wear the mask inside, outside, rain or shine. So if you are going outside and you know that the dust is bothering you, put on the mask, because the mask is going to prevent the dust from getting to your nose, to your mouth. And if you need eye covering, for example, because that also helps it from getting into your eyes, because that's an issue as well. So again, it goes back to the same set of advice. Reduce your time, reduce your exposure, and when you reduce both of those, then you reduce the concentration of the thing getting into you, that's coming to you.
Of course. It's always a pleasure speaking with you on this show. You always bring so much information to us, and your conversation is always so engaging. So thank you for coming and sharing this information with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with Dr. Faith B. Israel, the Secretary in the Division of Health, Wellness and the Social Protection, talking about the effects of the oil spill, hydrocarbons, and the effects, how you can protect yourself, and also talking a little bit about protecting yourself from the effects of the Saharan dust. Thank you so much for staying with us, ladies and gentlemen. As we go to a short break, before we invite our next guest for conversations, we're going to ask you, and will you join me to ask our audience to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. Never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Tobago Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. It's now 7:29 a.m. Yes, you just have about 31 minutes to get yourself to work and to drop the children off to school. Remember to do it safely, even as we head on into the weekend. We want to have a good weekend. We don't want to have any negative reports. So be safe on the nation's roads. I am Adana Kambi and I continue conversations this morning in studio with our guest. And we're speaking with Anushka Ramsden, and she is the Senior Game Warden in the Forestry Division, as well as Lyndon Roberts, President of the Wildlife Association. And we're talking about Wildlife Day, Fair and Fun Day. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Right. So we're talking about World Wildlife Day, right? When is this celebrated, and where is it an international thing because it says world? Is it celebrated across the globe?
It's an international event. It has been celebrated for the past 10 years or so. The World Wildlife Day is celebrated on the 3rd of March. But this year we're having our event on the 8th of March to celebrate World Wildlife Day. So as I said, it's an exhibition and a petting zoo fair catered for the public.
Okay, so what is the idea behind World Wildlife Day? Why do we celebrate wildlife around the world?
We celebrate World Wildlife Day to encourage conservation, basically, because that day we appreciate all the wildlife in the world and what it has done to us for the biodiversity, for the ecosystem. So it's just to appreciate and understand why we need to conserve our wildlife.
So it's kind of like a public education for those who are to get some more information on the wildlife thing. And this is the second annual event, right? And as you said, it's taking place on the 8th of March. So tell us a little bit about the event, what we can expect, where it's going to be, time, just stuff like that about the event itself.
Right, so the event would be held in Botanics. It's running from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening. And it's geared towards the general public. So we're looking at the school children, we're looking at the young adults, anybody that is interested in wildlife and really being a part of promoting wildlife, healthy wildlife conservation.
And is it free? I'm seeing free entry on the flyer there. And what is the target group that you're looking at? Because I'm seeing petting, and I know some of the children, they like to pet the animals. So what is the target audience you're looking at? Is it open for all? Who are you specifically?
Yes, it's an open event for everyone. So we target from preschoolers to adults, because everyone is amazed when they come and able to pet a snake, pet a iguana, pet these animals and them. So it's just a learning experience for all, basically.
Okay, and what are some of the things that we can expect? Is there going to be like any kind of talks or lectures, or how is it structured?
Yes, so we're having Ask a Professional Corner, where we will have a vet on site, as well as we'll have the professionals who will be able to answer any questions based on wearing of the animals, how you have to keep the animals, all these different things. We might be inviting a few NGOs to come out today as well to talk about what it is they do and how they help the environment as well. We're having we should have a storytelling corner, hopefully, where we have a story for the preschoolers, engage the preschoolers to learn about wildlife again.
This is absolutely awesome in terms of getting, our general public involved and the public awareness. I know usually they have these fairs. I know the division also has the World Food Day, and you see some of the animals there as well. So, this is kind of important to get us all on board in terms of there's so many things that the average person is not aware of because you're involved in your daily life. You know what you know. So the exposure to this, of course, is welcomed. And the exposure to this also will bring some insight and information to the general public for us to get to know a little bit more about the animals. You know, sometimes the wildlife, let's be real here. Wildlife, sometimes in Tobago, we hunt these things, we hunt these animals, and we enjoy them, right?
Yes, for food, but we're trying to get away from that. And I let people understand, well, wildlife is not just to eat. Wildlife is to conserve, and everything takes a part in the ecosystem. You remove one animal from the ecosystem, we will have problems. So it's a chain reaction, basically. So we're focusing, as I said, on conservation to allow people to understand that we need to conserve these animals. We need to take care of them. We need to protect them for our future generations.
That's right, you know, and we want to encourage, and that's why the hunting season, there's a period when you can hunt them, and there's a period when you just have to leave them so that they can multiply and grow and, you know, reproduce so that we can, you know, it's a cycle.
Right.
It's a cycle. We need to care for them. They care for us. So it really is a cycle, you know. So, you know, I'm so happy that you're here bringing that information and insight to our general public, and that the event is actually free hosted at the Botanics Garden. Just give us, in rounding up, is there any additional information you'd like to share with our viewers?
Well, as I said, the event is free, but some of the activities would be paid activities. So we will have like the bouncy castles, games, the treasure hunt, these kind of things. So the as I said, to come into the event would be free, but some of the activities inside it would be paid. Plus we have like the food court where people could be able to partake in different snacks and trying to keep it as local as possible. So some of the local snacks and this, no wild meat.
Well, I hope not. I hope not. I don't want to be petting an animal. I'm thinking, is this the animal I'm eating? I mean, am I eating his daughter or his son, you know? So, you know, I hope not. But, you know, it really is exciting, and I want to join with you to encourage the public to come out and enjoy it. It's all day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it's free of charge there at the Botanical Gardens on Friday, 8th of February.
March.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing and for bringing this information and insight and actually allowing us to understand the importance of the wildlife here in Tobago. Well, around the world actually, but because we're in this Tobago space, thank you for, you know, bringing that information out to us. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We have been speaking with persons from the Division of Forestry and the Wildlife Association of Tobago as they bring information on the World Wildlife Day Fair and Fun Day, the second annual Fair and Fun Day taking place there at the Botanical Gardens on Friday, 8th March from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it's free for all. Games, eats, animals, so much fun. There's a petting zoo, treasure hunt, bouncy castle for the children. So let us make it a day to enjoy. And they're there till 6 p.m. So even if you're thinking I'm at work or I'm at school, you can come in the afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and for bringing that information for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break. And when we come back, we're heading on into the sports segment with Mr. Cricket, our sports correspondent, Marcus Daniel. So for all of Marcus fans, now is the time for you to log in. Yes, now is the time for you to jump on board. And of course, those of you who are here now, we want to invite you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat.
Oh, this is so stylish, and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi guys, welcome back to Tobago Updates Television. Yes, it's Friday, and you know what that means. We enter the sporting segment here today. I want to thank each and everyone for staying tuned to Tobago's best station. Yes, in fact, the national station that everyone will want to get all the details coming out of Tobago. Thank you guys so much for your support since our inception. This morning, we have Brian Brung, Coach Brian Brung, and of course, we're going to talk about karate in schools. But first up, let me welcome Sir Brian Brung to, of course, our studios here to talk about football. We're talking football today. Yes, we're talking football.
Talking all of them, man.
But, you know, before we get into the discussion about Jarrick Titans and, of course, their trip to the UK, Manchester Cup, Joshua James, I had to ask about Joshua James, and I mean, how are you feeling seeing his, his returns with the West Indies emerging players team in the West Indies Cricket Board 4-Day Championships?
Proud.
Of course,
you you mentioned Jarrick Titans, and Joshua is a direct product of Jarrick Titans. We do only focus on football. We are an all-round academy. We have the cricket arm of it, and Joshua is a product of the academy. And it's good, not only for me, but for guys who would have grown with him and people, parents in the club and, other members of the club. It's a proud moment for all of Tobago.
Yeah.
All right. 2023 was a tough year for him in terms of injury. He was batting, he was doing well with the bat, but he couldn't bowl. But now that he's back to fitness and bowling well, taking wickets, disturbing batsmen, it's a good feeling. You could actually see that he's moving forward. And, we're excited to see how far he would go. But it comes down to him. At the end of the day, I would tell him that all the time. I could want anything. The whole of Tobago could want for him, but he has to know in his heart, this is what I want, and he has to pursue it.
Yeah, and just judging from the games I've seen for this season, his bowling and his body language. I'm not too sure what would have actually been I'm not sure if probably your conversations with him and the people around him would have told him that, hey, Joshua, hey, the door is right there when it comes to the West Indies senior team. See how best they can put your foot forward this season. And already, I think what I checked, about 8 wickets here have gotten so far. Right? I saw in the first spell against Ghana here, we got 4 wickets.
Yes.
And that second wicket was a thing of beauty.
Oh, Lord.
A good lifting delivery.
Yeah.
And he got
the only thing better than that is a ball.
And he got some good batsmen out. And I mean, someone who involved in cricket here in Tobago from the administrative side of things, I'm really happy to see how he has been doing thus far in the 4-Day Championship. And I wish him all the best.
Yes.
And hopefully, at the end of the season, we can have another West Indian coming
Yeah,
out of
indeed,
Tobago, yes?
Indeed.
In that sense. Of course, Brian, we are here this morning to talk about Jarek Titans and their upcoming trip to the UK.
Yes.
Where you guys are going to be participating in the Manchester Cup.
Yes.
I mean, tell me how plans are coming along for that trip.
All right. Plans are afoot. You know, we have some ladies. We have an executive that works extremely hard. Miss Tracy Caldera, Miss Susie McLeod Thomas. She's the president of the club. And, you know, Kiva and Ruthie. And we have different, outside of the executive. Ladies, a lot of ladies. Marcus, what is it? Marcus, I don't want to leave you out.
Is that Marcus?
All right, but he's there. You know, and they are working feverishly, though.
Yeah.
You know, they are making money out of stone.
Yeah.
You know, we are raising funds left, right, and center. We actually have a fundraiser. We're on a breakfast fundraiser going on right now at the Garden Side car park. So, viewers, if you didn't have breakfast in the morning, even if you had breakfast already, eat something else. Go and support. Even if you don't want to eat, just go and carry the money. We need the money. We need the funds.
Yeah.
All right. So they have been working hard. We have had a few fundraisers. All right. We have written some letters to you know, the ministry and different arms of the government that have funds available for things like this. So we are waiting word or confirmation as to if we're gonna go, if we're gonna get through. But I think we will. We are.
What course are we looking at in terms of, if you can give me an estimate, and tell me about the contingent as well? How many persons are going to be going along on this trip, and how much does it cost to do something like what you guys are doing here?
All right. So initially, the contingent was supposed to be 80.
80 persons.
80 persons.
So how many players and I guess parents and coaches?
Yeah. Initially.
Right.
That number has gone to 138.
So the word got it wrong.
Yes.
And are these members of Jarek Titans or supporters
All
outside?
right. So we it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
All right. Because what we want is to try and expose as much people from the island.
All right.
We go under the banner of Jarek Titans.
Yes.
But we are carrying 4 teams. U16, U14, U11s, U9s. U16s, we have collaborated with the Tobago development player. We
had
them
some time ago on the program.
Right. So we have joined forces with them. So there are some boys that would come from them.
Oh, good.
Those boys from that development program comes from a few from Ball Blasters, a few from Brother Rise, a few from maybe TJ coaching school. So we have guys that's spread abroad the island, spread across the island, right? Our U14s and other age groups, we have joined with Brother Rise coaching school, right? That is Ryan Stewart up Signal Hill.
Yeah.
So we have not closed the door on any particular club or any particular player.
Chances, so persons who will probably listen to this for the first time, can still come and say, hey, I have 14,000 I can come?
I would have to send that number for somebody. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth because a lot of people have been trying to get in. But there has to be a cutoff at some point because the teams have to be prepared.
Yes.
And of course registrations and stuff like that. All right, but as to if we want to include people still, I really don't know. All right, a number would be posted. There are numbers. People who know me, they could contact me, text me, send me a message, and I will get the information and see if I could get it out to them. Well, the money, this is definitely going to be a $2 million trip.
Wow.
So
this is accommodation, airfare,
bus transport, registration. Yes,
right.
Yes. Individual. Initially, we started at $20,000.
Per individual?
Per individual. All right, and we had to do that and come down. We thought it was best that we do that and come down, as opposed to you ask people to pay $5,000, and next week you go and say, you had to pay $7,000, and then after that, no, it gone up to $10,000.
Right.
That doesn't settle well.
So you all started at 20.
We started at 20, and I think when we moved down to maybe about 14.
Right.
We had a huge influx of people.
That's manageable for some persons.
For some people.
And I'm guessing each parent or each household may be raising their own funds as well outside of the club.
Of course.
Raising the funds.
Yes, we have seen some people, going about raising their own funds. They are family members. They have their little plum and pillory. And Marcus, believe me when I tell you.
One wonderful basket. One wonderful basket. I know.
It might seem insignificant.
I've actually seen you guys since in Woodford Day last year.
That's right.
I've seen you guys around in cricket.
That's right.
Selling soccer bag. I mean,
that's right.
Tandiga and Tracy.
That's right.
And they're on soccer bag anyway. Wow.
Yeah. So,
but planning for this tournament would have started since what?
Last year.
Last year.
We got the invitation.
Yeah.
And we had a look at it. We sat on it and we decided we could give it a go.
Yeah. It's not the first time we have been, as a club,
as a club, we have been, as a club, we have been, 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 we as with the name Titans, we are going there. But we have had guys played in that tournament before. Right. Joshua James, Jerry Bluey, those guys. They said Joshua James played there twice in that tournament with Sinclair Coaching School. Yeah. So when they used to go, they used to do the same thing for us. Open the door, and we used to join forces, and we went.
Yeah. But why the Manchester Cup? I mean, I can understand why Manchester United.
I wanted to be the Man City Cup. I wanted to be the Man City Cup, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But it's going to be in Manchester, obviously, right?
Yes.
Right, and that's where you guys are going to be based, in Manchester?
Yes.
And how long is the trip going to be?
All right, so we leave on the 25th of March.
Right.
And tentatively return on the 9th. Right? We're still trying to iron out.
That's April, March.
Yeah. We have an option of returning the 2nd, but it's a little bit close because the tournament, I think, is the 1st or just about. You know, we need time to. We don't want to go quite there and just go play football and come back.
Yeah,
you want to see the place and stuff like that. You know, it's gonna maybe some kind of additional cost, but hopefully not to the parents, right? So we tentatively would return on the 9th. Yeah.
So that well, my goodness, and are you gonna have one of those excursions to go and see like a Manchester United play?
Yes, definitely. We I think Manchester is playing. No. Arsenal is playing someone. We're gonna see a game.
You're gonna see a game.
A Premiership game
in Manchester,
in that area. But I don't think it's Man United or Man City.
I'm sorry for the guys, but
yeah.
Really good to see Manchester United play now. But you know, they can see Man City play. They can see Man City play for now. Next time,
it's not Man City. It's Arsenal and somebody. One of the executive members said that she's going to wear her Man United jersey.
Oh my gosh! Make sure she get protection.
That's right. I told them that. I said this is not Tobago.
This is not Tobago. It's a religion, you know.
That's right.
No, but Van, this should be a really nice experience for the youngsters. I'm sure that many of them are going abroad for the very first time.
Correct.
And what's the mood like in the camp? I mean, they're excited.
Definitely excitement. Definite excitement. And the word is getting around. And there are people up to yesterday. They have to get on this trip. They have to pull some strings for me. I don't know how you're doing it, but I have to get on. You know, because of course your classmate, your mate's going to be talking, and you're sitting in class and you're hearing them talking, and it's building and it's building.
That's
you know,
really
but
good.
Marcus, $2 million is not it sounds a lot of money, but in terms of
community build and all.
That's right, and getting somebody an opportunity of a lifetime. It's something that you can invest in. It's something that we can invest in. And part of development is exposure.
Good.
If we hear training all the time, I know we have gone to Germany and to Barbados, and it's part of the fabric of our club that we try and expose people.
Yes.
And the sooner you do it, it makes it easier for when they move along in life.
Fantastic.
You know, those nerves and those jitters you know, and some the big stage kind of fear.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get that out of them as early as possible.
To play in a different environment as well.
Different environment, meet people. Yeah. So one of the things I'm really, really hoping to do is nail down a return for a couple of those teams.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah,
if we can nail that down. Yes. How we're going to work it out, the logistics of it, the finances of it. But if we can nail down a couple of these teams return to Tobago, that would be excellent.
That would be fantastic. And of course, I can't let you go without actually, I mean, if you can highlight some of the persons that have been would have supported thus far in terms of sponsors, right? That'll be good as well if you can.
Double B Enterprise, they have been with us from inception, and family, Patricia's Bakery, you know, all Jack Maddy products. That is the partner that they fall under.
Okay.
All right. It have some small businesses, people with their personal businesses that would. I don't think I should.
I understand.
Directly ask us. Yeah. We want to do it, but we don't want anybody.
Because the reason why I wanted to highlight it because of the importance of corporate not just THE or the ministry, but even get the community to support. That's really good. But I can understand.
But the community has to understand. Yes. Even though this is a $1 million trip, we're not asking for $1 million.
Yes,
anything that you can give, anything that you can give would be received, well received. You know, so
Wangi, I want to wish you guys all the best. Of course, a safe trip. Firstly, a successful trip as well.
Yes.
You are going to one of the better places in England, in Manchester.
Yeah.
I really hope you guys can. I mean, take a look at time. If the car going past by Manchester United Stadium, it's an experience as well.
Bring something.
You know, you know, and of course to Tracy and the organizing committee, all the ladies, and not forgetting Marcus Woods. Yes?
That's right.
And guys, they are currently at the Gardenside Street car park with breakfast. So if you're not if you're interested in getting something to eat this morning, you can go across there and support them as well. And if you're not interested in getting something to eat, still go and support.
That's right.
Right? And I'm really happy to see you're not just sitting down and going what do you call it?
Hand in hand.
You know what I'm talking about. You just can't begin without even trying to support yourself as well. So good luck on that trip, Brian. And of course, I've supported by buying 2 tickets. I'm going to get my breakfast there.
Thank you very much.
I've supported in many other ways. And of course, Tobago Updates and Tobago Sports Live, we're here to support as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Yes.
Guys, we've been chatting there with Brian Bung, founder of Jag Titans, talking about the Manchester Cup. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about karate in schools. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
All right.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning, morning.
Hi viewers, thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. Just sporting morning here. I want to thank Brian Bung for joining us talking about the Manchester Cup. We're going to jump into some karate, talking about karate in schools with the Tobago Martial Arts Academy. And joining me, of course, is a master, Mr. Danny Roberts. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Fantastic. What a time to talk about karate in schools. I mean, I'm sure you have seen the news about fighting in schools, people stabbing and all them different things. I mean, your response as a master in terms of karate, because it teaches discipline.
Yes.
Tell me about your response to that.
Well, actually,
fighting in schools and all these different things.
It's a sad thing to see the kids fighting in school, but the martial arts, you will never hear that come out of the martial arts, because the martial arts has a certain way disciplining and training you where that is concerned. And if these young men and young ladies know what is violence and what it feels like, you know, and how to deter and what to do and how to walk away and that kind of stuff, it will, you know, be a different result, because you don't see it in the martial arts.
Yeah, and then you, of course, are here this morning to talk about karate in schools.
Yeah.
An initiative coming out of what? The Tobago Martial Arts Academy.
Yes.
And they're talking about Gym of the Future Champ. Tell me about that.
Right. So, what is happening, before I sort of get a little bit more into that, this is a program that I've done out of this country, out of the United States. And what happened when they had the program No Child Left Behind, they decided to pull a couple non-profit organizations to provide service for the young people in the schools. And martial arts was one of the key components for discipline.
Right.
And it was a very successful program. There was a lot of rewards and recommendation came out of it because they recognized the discipline of it. So I came back to my country and decided that when I'm seeing what's going on in the schools, is to bring a program that I have first-hand experience about. So not something that came out of the hat. It's something that I have first-hand experience and I've done over 10 years. Whilst I was there working with the young people in the schools and, you know, providing services for them in the schools. So we decided we're going to come in and put our hat in the ring and try to help them. Now, the program is also WACO, WACO TT, WACO International. WACO stands for World Kickboxing Affiliation.
Okay.
Right. And what WACO is, now karate is a Olympic sports. But before then, when I was doing it, it wasn't an Olympic sports. So we're hoping through the program, we can get a couple world champions coming out of the program so they could take that energy that they want to use and put it into something that could
negative energy. Yes.
Right. And put it into positive so that they could be able to maybe become a world champion Tobago and Trinidad and Tobago are like proud.
Yeah. There's karate, then there's martial arts, and there's kickboxing. Can you differentiate for me in terms of...
Martial arts is cover all of them.
Right.
When I say martial arts, it cover all of them. Now, there are different styles. You have kickboxing and you have... And karate, again, is a bunch of different styles. All right? The kink means empty hand.
Oh,
right. So, right. I think what the kanji mean empty hand. That's what karate is about. Empty hand, self-defense, right? So that is basically it. So when you hear karate, you will say, which one of them is karate? But there's Shotokan, there's Taekwondo, there's Jiu-Jitsu, there's all the different art forms.
So all these forms are going to be taught at the schools or this program that you have?
What we're teaching is the Olympics-based sport, and it's sports karate, right? Sports karate, gives you opportunity to use a creative mind because it's not traditional karate. So you'll be able to create your forms and look at it when you go into competition and develop on that. So it gives you something to think about. And then, it's the sparring part is also a part of sports. So it's a development for sports. Eventually, as you develop, you become better at it, and then you could go into the ring and become a kickboxer. So that's a way off.
Okay. So are you already in the schools, or this program now, trying to introduce it into the schools?
Well, yes, we are now getting ready to open the program on the 28th. That is next week, Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, right?
Yeah, where we have a number of speakers and some of the professionals that do the sports that will come for the demonstration, do the sports parts of it. So it'll be something internet. So the schools are on board. The education is on board with us.
That's really good to hear.
Finally, they're on board with us.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Education. So they allow us to go into the schools and recruit students from the school. And so they will be there at the complex on Wednesday morning at 9.
That's Shaw Park Cultural Complex,
right? Shaw Park Cultural Complex for the opening of the program.
Right. So, as a parent viewing this program, right, my child going to school and you realize, they have a little temper. How would you, or what would you say to encourage that probably parent to join your program?
Well, if they have a temper, although they have a temper, sometimes it may be other mental issues. But when, we start the program with you, we don't just get you into kicking and punching or hit somebody. So there's a whole process to get there. And then we'll tell somebody will come and say, Sensei, I want to fight this. I said, no, there's no fighting in the school. What are you talking about fighting? So we just always, keep you away from that. We just let you realize it's a sport. And when you work out with each other, it's helping yourself and helping other person to get better. So it's just a workout. It's not a fight, right? But if you practice the katas, the form, the push-ups, you'll get good. So you don't have to think about the fight. The fight is just the last resort. If you train and something should happen, then you'll use the training, right? Because when a fireman trains, he repeat the drill. So the day of the real fire, he uses the drills that he learned. It's the same thing in the martial arts. You drill, train, drill some more. And if you have to defend yourself, if something comes to defend yourself, then you defend yourself, against that.
And you're catering for both boys and girls?
Boys and girls. Yes.
Is there a particular age group as you're looking for? Or?
Primary school, we started primary school right up to the high schools.
Oh, so the program is also going to be launched in primary schools, not just...
It's in primary school and high schools. It's in both level of schools, yes.
Fantastic. And the response from the schools thus far, how's that been?
It has been good for some part. I think that some of the principals are burnt out with certain things happening. So, but once we start, I think it will grow because we have a good response so far. But it will grow to a really big program because it's a league basically. So where we have the North and that side, and we have the country league also. So they will compete up there, and we'll take the winners to compete against Scarborough. And the finals will be held at Shaw Park Cultural Complex. That's when we'll bring in all the international referees and that kind of stuff because they will have the international referees coming in to referee, and they will start getting the points towards the road to go towards Pan American and Olympic. So it's a sanctioned program. Yeah, that is going to be in the school.
So what's needed at the schools to execute this program successfully? Because I'm thinking you have to get gloves, you have to get the helmet or a head pad or something. What's needed at the schools?
They will have to get safety equipment again, but that's down the road. That's probably by September.
Oh, okay.
Right, but what we're doing right now, you wouldn't really need all that equipment per se, but it will be something that needed. So we have some unique plans that we have to get those funds that we need to raise. Because it's actually, and I don't want to leave out the Ministry of Sports.
Right.
This first leg is sponsored by the Ministry of Sports.
Okay.
So it's a part of Sports and Youth Affairs. They have sponsored the funding to go into the schools so far.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So it starts next week and ends when?
Well, with the first part of it going to close off at the end of the school term in December. So that's when we're going to have all the tournaments and the finals and so on at the end of this. So you have a whole basically year to train to get to that.
Yeah. So you say you're ensuring that you're laying the foundation first, making sure that all the participants understand what is karate.
Yes.
And not just come into this, get into the physical aspect of it.
It'll be a awakening for them. They will not, because they think we're coming to that.
Yeah, because that is my thinking as well. Like, I mean, karate.
There's a whole discipline part of it, because first you gotta learn to follow directions.
Yes.
You gotta learn to follow commands, right? Because if we have you there, you're gonna become an anarchic situation. Learn to line up properly. You have to dress properly. Your fingernails. It's a lot of things that goes into the art form. Karate is a military art form, by the way, because I don't know if you know this, but back in the days, you couldn't have done karate because that was like the firearm of the days. So you as a normal individual, you could have not done karate. So karate has all the belt rank represents some military rank. So it's a military art form. It's a real discipline to get involved in. So all the military things are going to be put out there at that time.
This song is really, really, really exciting. And for persons who probably viewing here now, how can they get in touch with you if they are interested in the program?
All right, you could call me at 278 4303.
And do you have like social media platform as well?
We do have some social media platform, but I am not the person to use that. But yes, there is social media platforms that we have available to the public.
Fantastic. I actually think this is I mean, it's timely. Yes. Right, given what we are seeing coming out of schools these days, I mean, hand-to-hand fighting include weapon as well. Yeah. And maybe they need that intervention where karate, or I don't want to say fighting karate, but the discipline you mentioned there. To learn to take instructions and listen and all these different
It's all about the discipline, because when I train a student, when they see me, and I just tell them they stop. So when I train you, the discipline is there. And I could train you towards participating in what's happening in the school, so you know that if you're not doing, because that's part of the program, you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the school, then you have problems. Once the teachers tell me you have some problems. And it's the only kind of thing that still have some level of discipline close to the old school way of doing things, right? One of the things, though, I know we're winding down, that I want to tell the teachers, though, there's also something that they could do called passive restraint.
Passive restraint.
I think that if you're in the police service, because I'm also certified doing that, if you're in the field where you have to go, where driving the ambulance, or you deal with persons in the public space, you should learn passive restraint. Passive restraint is a technique that teaches you how to restrain someone without hurting them or hurting yourself, right? Because I see that schools are very active, and they should have some teachers that are versed or persons are versed in passive restraint.
It's like learning first aid.
Right.
Like learning first aid.
Yeah, that's right. So there's a whole system that you can learn that will teach you how to handle somebody and take control of them before them harm you, or you harm themselves or somebody else.
Yeah, I think this program is timely, and I'm hoping that you get the support of all the schools. And even though they don't participate in the program, the schools can at least get people like yourself come in and, as you mentioned a while ago, the passive restraint and all these different things. Because the school environment these days, no one willing to have a conversation anymore.
Yeah, but you see what happened. We take out the corporal punishment out of school. We take out, and then we have this thing called No Child Left Behind in the school.
Yeah, and nothing to replace.
And they have nothing there. And I'm saying the system that they asked for, when they did these things outside, they put systems in place. Because I've recognized going to school, none of the agencies here, we have things, but the agencies are not working together to bring that kind of result that they're looking for. So I think one appeal I will make is for the agencies to start working together because imagine the police don't know if they go to school, they don't know the thing of this child. If the child misbehaving or what, children authority don't. Everybody has their own information over the place.
So they're reactive.
Right.
Yes.
So we need to have the agencies coming together and the safety, because I worked in a high level like this, the safety part of the school is not for the teachers. The teachers are supposed to report these students and their consequences. Imagine I used to work with the judges. There are judges in school in the United States, they will send you to community service, house arrest, all kind of thing happens to you in that space. So you need to have the agencies coordinating, working together to bring some kind of result to this, because if you keep working by themselves, they only could react when something happened. So that is something very needed.
I mean, food for thought there, and obviously working together will always be stronger. Master Danny Roberts, I want to thank you so much for being here with us this morning, and I do hope you have a successful program, and obviously we will have you back later on.
No problem.
I mean, to of course share all the experiences. Viewers, we've been chatting this morning with Master Danny Roberts, talking about his Karate in Schools initiative, an initiative I think very timely. Previously we had Coach Brian Bong talking about the Manchester Cup, and I want to wish him all the best here. I want you guys to continue to keep viewing Tobago Updates Television. Up next we have Candice Jackson with Good Morning Tobago. Don't forget to share the live, and stay tuned.
In June of 2012, the Community Social Services Unit, under the then Division of Health and Social Services, was formed. 10 years later, and this unit has a lot to boast about, both on and off the field. The unit has been actively engaged with providing emergency relief by way of grants to at-risk individuals and families within the society. To celebrate their 10-year anniversary, the Community Social Services Unit paid homage to former Secretary Mrs. Claudia Groom-Duke and her team for their vision in establishing the unit.
The room represents us saying to those who were there and those who paved the way, thank you. I'm sitting at the table, and it is actually bringing back such wonderful memories of us working, because a lot of people probably don't realize that when I came back from the United States in 2007, I came into what was the then Division of Health and Social Services. And those two were my bosses after a while. They were. So this is us really, really celebrating the goodness and the glory of people who have done the work, people who have set the foundation, people who have said, you know what, this is what the island needs and this is what we are going to do, because this is what the island needs. And I want to thank you. I want to thank both of you from the bottom of my heart for the foundation that you all set within the division. And as I said before, it is now making the job that I do so much easier because of that foundation.
Mrs. Duke expressed her gratitude for being honored in this way, and she applauded the team's efforts in continuing the work of the Community Social Services Unit.
This has been a surprise, really a surprise. I did receive the invitation, and I wasn't sure what would happen this evening, right? And you have brought me to tears. And I really want to thank you, as Dr. Faith said, from the bottom of her heart and the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you. I really want to thank God and thank each and every one of you because it was your involvement and what you brought to the table that helped to create this kind of environment that can really help people who are in need.
Also on that night, the employees attached to the unit were acknowledged for their continued dedication over the years.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates, your source for current affairs in Tobago, Trinidad, and the region, with the perfect conversations to complement your morning routine. I am Candice Jackson, and let's get started with the news in 90 seconds. Minority Leader Calvin Morris expressed his support for the motion proposed by Chief Secretary Fali Augustine at yesterday's plenary sitting. The motion called for the establishment of a standing committee to develop policies to address rising crime in Tobago. Despite his endorsement, Morris pointed out that the motion lacks clarity regarding the specific measures the THA intends to implement to address crime. Morris also stated that Augustine did not provide details on how the THA intends to collaborate with relevant entities. Despite these and other concerns, Morris expressed his willingness to collaborate with the administration to address crime. Up next, the inter-island ferry operations were not affected by industrial action yesterday in Port of Spain, where workers' strike caused significant disruptions to cargo operations. The Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago confirmed that absenteeism resulted from an emergency meeting called by the Seamen and Waterfront Workers Trade Union, the SWWTU. Cargo operations were halted, particularly affecting equipment operators. However, minimal services at the one-stop barrel shop were maintained. The Port Authority expects to fully resume cargo operations today. Despite the disruptions, all passenger and cargo transfers between Trinidad and Tobago on the Inter-Island Sea Bridge continued without interruption. And finally, First Citizens Bank earmarked $40,000 to support educational opportunities at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. The bank plans to sponsor 8 student bursaries as part of this initiative, aiming to empower deserving students through financial assistance and promote academic excellence. However, the bank emphasized its commitment to advancing education and supporting aspiring scholars, particularly those focused on renewable energy studies. Prospective candidates must be citizens of Trinidad and Tobago with a GPA of 2.5 or above and a dedication to contributing to the sustainable energy sector. And that was the news in 90 seconds. And viewers, jumping straight on into our first guest for this morning. I am being joined by the newly re-elected Vice Chairman of the Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and that is Mr. Demi-John Cruikshank. Good morning and welcome to you, and congratulations officially on your re-election.
Good morning to you, Candice. Good morning to the whole of Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago, and the World Wide Web, who is watching this program. Good morning.
Great to have you. Now, we're starting things off with just dealing with a few issues. Now, we know, for instance, the contractors in Tobago continue to be owed money, and this has been a sore point, especially for the administration and the private sector for the last 2 years. And we've had some progress.
Right. So this is a situation that's been prolonging for about 2 years, and our 3 months, basically, since the new administration got in office. Obviously, everybody in Trinidad and Tobago knows that the THA did an audit, a forensic audit into the 3 packages of contracts that was given out by the last administration. We've been fighting with the THA in public and in the background to pay contractors because we understand the situation that people are in. At the end of the day, you could see what people did work, right? So we expected some sort of payment to come in even before now. The THA stood up on their point that they wanted the forensic audit to be completed. And as soon as that was completed, the Chief Secretary called us in and said, listen, the audit is done, we can now proceed. So we sat with him on the 11th of January because we have now from the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, we have set up quarterly meetings with the Executive Council, right? During that period, those months, we will have individual breakout meetings with these other secretaries. So we can talk to them as to what is going on. But I indicated that we are now going to pay some monies. We can't pay all, which we understand.
And just for context, the outstanding bill, and we're talking about a $300 million bill.
It was a $300
for work done in 2021.
Yeah.
So let's go into So
let me tell you what they had done. Sometime last year, the THA would have paid, when they got the first audit report, they paid 3 contractors. And they paid them approximately $47 to $50 million, right? Then they paid the agricultural access road contractors, which was about $18 million. So they paid up about $70 million on that $300 million bill. They are now going to pay an additional percentage. They did indicate they will pay between 15 to 20% of, I think it was $170-something million of the other phase of the contract. That was depending on if they had the money. They could have found the money. Subsequently, we've been talking to both the politician and the public servants, and that is why we could have gone publicly and now say, yes, we know the process has started, because we did liaise with some of the senior public officers. They confirmed that, yes, the money, and as long as the public servants tell you, yes, we can go ahead, we felt it was comforting that we could have gone out and said, yes. Then a couple of the contractors called and said, hey, we were contacted by the Division of Infrastructure, and we are actually on site with the engineers doing some evaluations. So the process has started. I'm not too sure how much contractors will be paid. I'm not sure what's the quantity, because one public officer, because politicians is one, public servants are a different breed of people that they will be very guarded and cautious. So one senior public servant said, we can't tell the chamber how much we're going to pay XYZ person. Let them come and tell you, which is fair enough, because you have people confidentiality.
Yes.
So because we can't go and say contractor X got $10 million because you are in a sensitive crime time. Mm-hmm. So we respect them. So some contractors would be paid, and we are hoping by next week, which is month 10, that some contractors can get at least a check to start to pay up some of their bills, because a lot of people are really and truly in some bad situations.
And before we get into that part of the conversation, I just want to stick a little bit in even with the public servants and they being able to action out the payments, because we also heard from the Chief Secretary yesterday that the problem with issuing the payments right away from the public servant standpoint is that a lot of the contracts are missing, a lot of the invoices are missing. So which is why your contractors were contacted to come outside.
Yes, that is correct. A couple of them called and said, listen, we had to go and resubmit our contracts. We had to submit the bills. So one contract will have a bill from another contractor stapled onto it. So the whole thing is in a mess. So they have to try to sort out this whole chaos. So that is why the contractors had to go in with their bills. So I advise some of the contractors, staple your bill to your specific contract. Mm-hmm. So when you go to the infrastructure division, you don't have to waste time. They know exactly right. So road 1 is for invoice 1. Road 2 is for invoice 2. So I'm hoping that process would have done during this week, right? And then next week, after that evaluation process, I'm not too sure. I'm just hoping that the public servants can really work fast, because this is really and truly a One contractor called me, boy, now this thing is in the public domain. Everybody calling. I can't pay everybody money, but I gotta try to give them something because it's not just the contractor. Let me tell you how this thing works. So the contractor got a contract. He now he's owing some of these people have never been paid at all, right? So they have the subcontractors who would have brought on the workers. Those subcontractors are now balling because people not been paid for 2 years. Some of the workers have not been paid, been holding on. Then you have the equipment rental people who would have rented excavator, backhoes, trucks, they actually waiting. You have the hardware suppliers like myself who would have given credit to these contractors, right? Because there was a promise to pay within a certain time. So they are owing us money, right? You have the ready-mix people who actually, one man told me he owed one ready-mix man in Tobago $6.5 million, right? That is not a little bit of money.
And that is for THA work.
That's for THA work that was done in 2021. So that ready-mix man who gave a lot of people material, one man alone owe he $6.5 million. So it's not just the contractor. It's a ripple effect of people who are now owed money. And then you have the suppliers in Trinidad who really and truly do not care about your problem. And those people started filing. So in the Tobago space, I know Patrick Parks, I know one of the other contractors, I know Mr. Tam, I know everybody. So I can say, boy, we ain't got nothing yet, hold on. The Trinidadians, on the other hand, don't care about that. You had a promise to pay within 90 days is your maximum. It has now gone to 2 years and they have filed. They are filed in the court. They have gotten judgment. They went to appeal and some contractors said, well, we had to go to appeal. We know we could not win the appeal. They won the appeal. More interest is put on. And then now those people can, according to one lawyer called me, we are preventing his client from receiving the spoils and the benefits of his judgment, right? Because he wanted to levy on the man. I said, no, he has not been paid. What are you going to levy on him against what? Because he just hasn't been paid. And the lawyer was adamant that you are trying to prevent my client from getting the spoils of his judgment. We're going to levy on the man. The man has no money. So the point of it is that we are happy that this process is now at least going through. All the contractors will not be paid. From what I was told, it's just the first phase. And then you have a second phase of contractors will be paid. So at least some sort of money will come into the economy and start circulating. And because if one man pays one man pay a next man pay, everybody will get a little drop in the bucket and at least the money will spend.
So at this point in time, I mean, given all the circumstances and even the constraints, are you satisfied about it? Satisfied about the solution? No.
$1 is better than no dollar. You understand? So even though the contractors get $1, it is better than you have not received any money for 2 years and 3 months. And that is my position and the chamber's position. That we've been fighting this fight. And as my chairman said, all the contractors are not members of the chamber, you know. Yeah. The people who may be paid might not be the chamber members, you know. But it's Tobago. And that is what we are fighting for from the chamber, from the Tobago division. So we are happy that some monies, and don't think we will leave it there. When you get your first chance, next month we're going by any chief secretary. When you could pay a little thing again. So if we see some sort of consistency in terms of a little 5 million, hey, you know, we get a little 5 million extra, we get a little, even from the oil spill, Chief Secretary put a little $10 million in there for the contractors, you know, when you send your bill to Parliament and you get additional 20 million. So we know after a midterm review, the contractors will get a little 20 million again. It will help. It will help. And the bill, and within, if you spread out this money within the next 2 years or so, and you say, listen, every other quarter you could get a little 10 million, you get 5, the money, it will help. So, and then people will now start to breathe a sigh of relief, because we have met with some of the senior bankers in Trinidad and Tobago. And the reality is that when we started one meeting, one banker indicated the discussion will not go along the THA. We put the THA out of the conversation. I know, we know that they have money for you all. We don't want to hear that. Let us find out how we're going to build Tobago economy out, how we're going to invest, and tell me what are your strategies going forward outside of the THA. And I felt that was comforting because they are now seeing that we need to build the economy out of Tobago outside of the THA.
And I was going to get into my next set of questions because, you know, this whole situation, especially when there was within a space of a year, less than a year, the THA racked up a $300 million bill with contractors, which is in some cases more than the developmental budget that they get on an annual basis, then it leaves the question now, should the contractors continuously depend on the THA, because that is not sustainable, and it's almost impossible to expect all that money to be paid out when it's even more than their budget.
So now you have two things. You have a $300 million that is owed by the contractors from 2021, the local Tobago contractors, and the other part is the Trinidad contractors being promised jobs of $300 million. So this is a $600 million bill just to start with, as the THA got involved. So the THA is, I would always say, it's up to them how they want to spend the THA money. And I, as one contractor would say, if they want to suffer, we will deal with it politically when the political time comes. That is a political decision that they have to figure out, right? We, as the chamber, now embarking on a number of trade missions outside of Trinidad and Tobago, trying to see if we get some investors to come into the island, right? One person who did a survey in Tobago, that I won't call the company's name, they said that Tobago is one of the most negative islands that they have done a survey on. Total negative. Everything can't work. They went around quietly and talked to the taxi man. What about a massive hotel chain? No, we don't want that. So at this point in time, what has to be done is that we have to find out from the Tobago public and the THA, what is it you really want for Tobago? Because we're going to go out there and sell this place called Tobago and tell investors to come. And when the investors come here, then the Tobago public saying, we don't want you here because we have a THA job. And you know, the sore point and the pet peeve is really and truly Sanders. Sanders was turned away from Tobago. I don't care what people thought it was. From a business point of view, the island would have been booming, right? Right now. Because it would have been the largest beaches and the largest Sanders resort you would have had in the whole Caribbean, right? Sanders left us and they are in St. Vincent. And I'm now getting invitations to attend their opening ceremony in St. Vincent, right? And they are saying, come and see how Sanders do business. That is what the email said. And one of the guys sent an email. I'm sending an invitation specifically to you, sir, to come and see how we do business. And this is what Tobago missed out, right? So we're going on this trade show. We're going to Ghana. The Ministry of Trade in Trinidad is mounting a trade show from the 10th of March to the 17th of March. We are going there. But before we leave here, we need to find out from the Chief Secretary, what is the status on the land license? Because we're not going and tell people come here. And when they reach here, then they say, hey, you're like jokers.
Well, we're going to stick a pin right here because I know that's another discussion I want to get into. We really do need to unpack it, but we got to go for a quick break and we'll be right back right after this.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The end.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry, don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry, if your nice car get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry, don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry, if your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil will always be here for you. Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. And viewers, we are continuing our conversation with the Vice Chairman of the Tobago Division of the Chamber of Industries and Commerce, Mr. Demi-John Cruikshank. Now, before we went to the break, we started to get into the conversation about bringing investors to Tobago. And one of the key or the heart of allowing investors to come into Tobago is them being able to access land and just being able to function within our space. However, since what year was it, 2007, thereabouts, we've had this Land License Act that has prevented us from, or has, let's say, it's made the process harder, a lot more difficult for foreign investors to come in.
Yeah.
And no matter how many times this has been voiced over the years, and trust me, for probably the last 10, 12 years, this has been the cry, especially of the chamber, about what are we doing with the Land License Act? And we need to change it. Not necessarily to repeal it, but to have it changed so that we could accommodate business a little bit easier. But there seems to be no progress on that.
I could remember, you remember in 2017,
yes,
Kelvin Charles would have been Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. And that time we had a meltdown of the Inter-Island Sea Bridge, right?
Yep.
And we invited the entire cabinet to Tobago. We invited the Executive Council, the entire private sector. I think that was a historical meeting. I'm not too sure when we will have that again in Tobago.
It was a very emotionally tense meeting as well.
Charge meeting. And I could remember Martin George and at the time, I think Deborah Moore Miggins, and I think the other lady who, Miss Wheeler or something, so Mrs. Wheeler, they were representing the Lawyers Association. And they put a question directly to the Prime Minister. Why are you not repealing the Tobago House of Assembly request of that land license? Why? You are hurting the economy of Tobago. And the Prime Minister was straight up and said, and I have that recording still, that the land license was a request from the Tobago House of Assembly, and he will not touch it unless a request from the Tobago House of Assembly comes. And he indicated that I personally had land to sell to people, but I can't sell it because it's hurting me, and I can't invest as I want in Tobago, how he wanted to invest, right? It is time. This is 2024. This is close to 20 years this land license has hurt Tobago. When Diane Haddad was chairman, she went to Chico's, and they had a big trade investment conference there. And one of the influencers of investment within the Caribbean walked up to our booth. Oh, them here is the people who don't want nobody to invest on the island. So you all stay away from Tobago. This was reality here. Somebody walking up to the booth and telling you they don't want you in Tobago. My question to everybody, because when I come off of these programs and I read back the comments, they would say, well, what Mr. John and the chamber talking about, they're greedy, and Tobago has to make a decision. Because politically, it's a political decision. The Chief Secretary has to find out from Tobago, do they want this land license repeal? Are you comfortable with the THA is the only player in the space? If that is so, do not complain when you don't get money, and let us continue the status quo as it is for the next 100 years. In the meanwhile, you are here in Trinidad. BP last night announced that they had 7 additional wells drilling in Trinidad, of the northeastern side of Trinidad, which is somewhere off Tobago waters. And Trinidad is going forward, Grenada is going forward, Barbados is going forward. Everybody is boasting how they are flipping at least 50 to 100% increase in tourism and arrivals or whatever. Tobago is saying, well, boy, we're trying to see if we get $18,000 to 18,000 international sleepover tourists to break even. We have to decide. The reality is when we go to Ghana are close to 3 million people.
38 million.
Right? How much?
38.
38 million people? Right. Just if 1/5 of those people say we come to Tobago after we done present, and I go on stage and say Tobago is the place to be, there's nowhere else better than Tobago. We have clear sands, this, that, the fishing is the best. Some of them people decide to come to Tobago. What happens? And this is what I realized Tasha Boris, as I saw she rant on the thing this Sunday. And I said, this girl is on up. Because when you go and you tell people of the good things of this place called Tobago, and when they come here and the reality is, all right, I would like to buy a house. Drake has a house in Antigua. You know what Drake Instagram following? 200 and something million people.
There's even in St. Lucia, there's a community not near to the Pitons that Oprah, all
of these people coming. We went to Grenada when we went to Sandals, and we saw the ship coming in, and I said, who the hell owned this yacht? And here the man, oh, that is Miss Oprah's yacht. She comes here every other month or so to Grenada. I'm like, what? You know what is the docking fee just for that yacht? We have to come and decide. And I'm telling Tobago, no. You're at a crossroads. You saw what the oil impact did to the island. We had nothing to deal with that. If that had spread around the island, you know what would have happened to Tobago. You have to ask yourself what we really want in this place called Tobago. And for years, I've been in the chamber, and I've been a senior member of the chamber, and I've been public trying to talk to Tobagonians and talk to everybody. What Tobago really want? What is it we really want? We want to be, if it is we want to get THA work and everybody comfortable with that THA work, 60,000 people is nothing.
Yep. A business cannot boom with
A business cannot boom with that kind of thing. The World Trade Center, the two World Trade Centers had 62,000 people. The whole population at Tobago was working in two towers in New York. What is it we want? And that is the question we have to start asking yourself. Because, trust me, I got to do a good show in Ghana. When I go, I got to tell people the best place Ghana can't touch Tobago. We have similar culture. They have start to research their food. They have cuckoo. They have concorde. They have things like that in Ghana. Fine. I go in and tell your concorde and your cuckoo not good like ours in Tobago. So come down here and taste ours. You know, I will send them by Miss this and by Miss Jean and by whoever. But when they come and they say, all right, we would like to get a villa, or we would like to stay here, because Ghana has some serious multi-millionaire. Ghana have one of the largest airlines in Africa. When I get onto the CEO and I blow out his mind about this place called Tobago and tell him the best place to fly and the best thing, we're having a new airport and it's going to be pristine and you're going to have your VIP lawn. When I don't tell you that, and they want to come to Tobago and they say, all right, we have a hotel chain. Come into Tobago. I got an email that one of the major hotel chains in the US is also going to be in Ghana same time, right?
Perfect opportunity to have
If we talk to them,
yes.
If we talk to them and say, listen, somehow get people to come here, and they say, okay, we want to do a 700-room hotel tomorrow. What happened? Secrets. Where it is. We announce in World Travel Market that we're going to have... We're also seeing Secrets also advertising in St. Vincent. Right? Right? So, it clearly, St. Vincent and them looking at Tobago, everybody come here, they're going behind them and say, listen, forget about Tobago, come to Tobago. And that is what we see.
We're not making business easy here.
Not making business
and
easy.
we don't realize that when we have all this red tape, for want of a better word,
correct,
then the foreign investors don't want to deal with it.
They don't have time for that. If a man have a mega yacht which is a 500 million US mega yacht. And we are outside of the hotel, the hurricane belt. Look how long we're talking about marina. Come on, how hard it is a marina to...
And we've had many proposals
for a marina. So we can't decide one. We can't decide on one spot for a marina. The whole of Tobago marina exclusive. I go by my partner, Brian Lapointe, in Miami, down by the Keys, and to go to the grocery, he jumps in his boat, he pull up by a supermarket, he order a grocery. That's how they just operate in Florida Keys.
I always tell people too, it's like there's a marina in Grenada that was meant to come to Tobago. Yeah. And that marina attracts a lot of foreign.
High L.
Let me tell you something. Some really big people to go quietly into that marina. There's a lot of money that comes in there. And that was supposed to be in Tobago.
Talking about Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
We had a booming cruise ship season. And nobody, and I don't care who is sitting down in office. That's how I operate, and that's how the chamber operates. We don't care politically. If you did a good job, we will tell you you did a good job. We had a booming tourist cruise ship season this year. Tourists, Mount Irving Hotel, all of these places telling us things doing good. We happy. We hold the cruise ship season year round, right? You had 2 cruise ships back up in the harbor yesterday, right? So the taxi men getting money, everybody getting thing, everybody eating a little food. You do have, I am not hearing even a US problem in Tobago right now. And you just have a cruise ship season. So how do we triple that? We had an oil spill, or we have an oil spill, which is disastrous to Tobago. But in the business world, a disaster is a very good thing.
Yes, it puts Tobago on the map.
We could pay for CNN. We could pay for BBC advertisement. But we ain't talk to nobody and actually ask a crew from BBC, we're going to pay you to come to Tobago to do a whole feature on Tobago and put in the oil spill. But we ain't do it. So the people who have the authority to do it, we're thinking. Get on to CNN. Pay just for airfare for a producer and a cameraman to come down here, a reporter and a cameraman to come here. BBC, the same thing. We're going to sponsor you a hotel room. Talk to the hotel association. We put in you up here. The thing is free ads for Grafton, La Grande, Turtle Beach, Magdalena, wherever. And you're going to get these people in here. Use every opportunity to promote your island. Because you cannot pay for BBC ads. You cannot pay for CNN ads. You can't pay for Al Jazeera. You can't pay for none of them. But here we're going on. We have a disaster. But if we have a reporter here for a week or two doing live coverage out of Tobago, especially environmental reporters, the coverage that you're getting. So I'm hoping, I'm very optimistic, this tenure of the chamber, we will, just how we are speaking now, the other members and the other executive members are very, very optimistic that we can sit with this THA, and it will be foolish of the THA not to sit down with us and take our advice, right? They have seen you can't do it on your own. You do not have the guts. The outer world respect people like the chamber, and they respect people like the business community and the businessmen who are here. They will say, yes,
come and go.
Madam Secretary, yes. And at the end of the day, how long he have in office? How long she have in office? No problem, we're going to deal with the next one. The business community deals with business people because no matter what, we are here and we are here to stay. We have invested in the island, right? So that is some of the plans that the Tobago division have. Contractors, yes, will start getting paid. We have used a lot of the chamber's resources, and I'm telling you, most of the contractors are not members of the chamber. But you know what? It was a Tobago problem, and we are now starting to see the fruits and the benefits of it, and we are now trying to work out that problem that we have. Right? So that is where we're going.
And that's an excellent way to end this conversation this morning. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Debbie John Cruikshank. And we will continue to have these conversations as we go on and as we try. We've got to keep trying to make Tobago a better space.
We have to. I decided I was not going back into the vice chair. And some of the members say, Mr. Cruikshank, are you crazy? You want the whole thing to crash if you're not there supporting, working with the chairman. So we and the chairman have a very good relationship and the executive. So you're going to see good things coming out in 2024 and beyond from the chamber.
Certainly. Thank you so much. And viewers, don't go anywhere because we have a whole lot more coming up for you on GMT.
Hear me neighbor, 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash in transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer Makal Group.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Storebay Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat.
Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection. Now exclusively available at Standard.
Back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. And viewers, now we are switching gears to something that continues to be a shining light in our Tobago space, something that continues to, push the boundaries of what youths can do. And we're here talking about the Glamorgan Youth Foundation. And if you've not heard about them yet, well, we're going to tell you again about them. But we're also going to tell you about their latest venture that they're going to be doing and how you should be a part of this. So we are being joined by the president, Mr. Gordon Grandison, as well as one of the officials from the youth group, Mr. David Grimshaw. Good morning and welcome to you both. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, guys. Good morning to Tobago at large. Good morning. We're doing fine, and I know we want to continue staying positive.
Yes.
So we're here to advertise our new venture where we want to engage Tobago community again as we go out this weekend. Yeah.
Now, before we get into what you guys are about to go and do, for those who have not heard, and if you have not heard, you've been living under a rock, but what is the Glamorgan Youth Foundation, and just a little bit about what you guys have been doing?
Well, the Glamorgan Youth Foundation is a community-based youth group that is, we want to foster the positive impact that the youth have to give to Tobago right now. So we try to engage the youth in plenty community activities and community building activities, I should say, right? We have been doing a lot of programs with the elderly, with the youth, different programs with different other youth groups. And we want to just continue doing positive and starting from home. That is the motto. We're starting from home to develop Tobago at large.
And of course, specifically, one of the things that you guys have been doing so well at is engaging in ecotourism activities, not just tourism activities, but ecotourism activities. And Mr. Grimshaw, just tell me a little bit about just that and being involved in those things for the past, year or two?
2 years.
2 years, yes.
For the most part, for the past 2 or 1 year, we have been cleaning up the beaches, trying to keep things properly, trying to uncover untapped gems and so on, such as the waterfalls, the hiking trail, the beachfront, all up to historical sites on the beaches.
And for folks who don't know, Glamorgan actually has a lot within its community.
Yes,
and this youth group has been doing an amazing job in trying to bring some of that to light. And you mentioned the waterfalls and the hiking trail and so on. And if you want to know about that part of it, they have a way that you can know in this next weekend.
This
weekend, sorry. Yes.
Right? Yeah. We are putting together. Persons can come and experience Glamorgan in the full entirety of it. They can come and see the trails. They can come and take in the historical sites, right? The natural beauty we have up there. And we want to take some persons who are interested in the hike to this hidden gem, I should say. Yeah? This hidden gem that we have here in Glamorgan, the Mongdo Mega Falls, right? So you want to take them there this Sunday. And it will be a nice trip, a nice walk, a nice hike in the area. And come prepared, right? Because it's a fun activity and it will be a day of fun down on the Richmond Bay after Sunday.
So tell me some details about the hike. How long would it be and what would we be seeing along the trails?
It's currently around a 2K walk or hike. It's 2 to 3 hours in, around less than 2 hours to come out. It's a very fun, exciting journey to go on.
And you will be seeing a lot of historical sites and monuments on the way.
Like what?
So you'll be privileged to see, we have an ancient graveyard. I shouldn't say ancient, I should say an ancestral graveyard. An ancestral graveyard where the African slaves used to be buried from the plantation. We have the wash plant. We have the dam. So you have plenty of things you'll get to see. We even have the site of the Robinson Swiss Crusoe family, where the movie was done at the Richmond Bay. So come Sunday prepared to be educated and come to be mind blown to see that what Glamorgan has to offer in the whole community tourism product.
And of course, not just what Glamorgan has to offer, but what Glamorgan youth has to offer.
Yes,
because
definitely.
you all have been so instrumental in turning that into something that people can enjoy.
Yes.
We're just trying to bring everybody into and just bring everybody to understand what things going on.
Is there a cost or anything like that attached to being a part of the hike?
Yes, there is a cost, right? A cost of $100, not much, right? That will ensure that you have something to eat when you come back from the hike, a little refreshments, right? And it's all about learning and experiencing what we have to offer. We're putting Glamorgan on the map again and letting people know that Glamorgan is the tourism destination of Tobago because we have everything that, when it comes to tourism, that Tobago has to offer, we have it up there in Glamorgan. Right? And we want to really highlight that and let people know that we have the waterfalls, we have the rivers, we have the best beaches, we have all the trails, we have the tombstones, we have the ruins, we have the graveyards, anything you want tourism-wise, we have it in Glamorgan. And we boast about that and we are proud about that and we really want to highlight it and let Tobago know that, hey, it have a new tourism competitor on the market.
And that's wonderful that you're actually positioning yourself not just as a youth group, it's not just a little hobby, but as a tourism competitor.
Yes, we are. Because it's definitely a community tourism product that we build in there and we want it to be recognized as that, knowing that it's a community come together and make this thing happen. Right?
Now, I know a lot of people like waterfalls, and we all know Argyle Waterfall. Recently, a lot of people got introduced to the waterfall in Palatavere and so on. But what is special about that Montauk waterfall there in Glamorgan?
Well, I mean, it's called a mega falls for a reason. You have more than like 2, 3 was going up further and further more you want to go. But then we just ask and we will try away.
To get you there, So it's really a mega fall and it's an untouched gem, right? I know many, they talk about Argyle Waterfall and I'm telling you, if you have never been to Richmond Mega Fall, you definitely need to come there because it is a hidden gem in Tobago. It is.
And, you know, what are some of the other things that you guys have been engaged in the community and that sort of thing?
Well, you know, we have been engaging in out to the elderlies. That when we take elderlies from community who haven't been outside in a very long time, outside to show them things that cultivated on how the inside now. And also we have our annual yearly regatta that is coming up on the 24th of March.
Books, mark that on your calendar.
Definitely
have to be there. You know? Last year had a big turnout. Everything was so jam-packed, everything come out very lovely. This year hoping to recreate that even better.
And then tell me, I mean, Mr. Grimshaw, you know, I mean, I'm loving hearing from you and your interest in this, but what's it been like, you know, having that experience to work along with Gordon to put together these activities and to put together these events and so on, and have it resonate with people?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very lovely journey so far, continuing to be many years upon it, you know. We're just trying to encourage the youths and uplift them and get them away to stay off the streets or to be a good individual to the community and so forth and so forth.
It's really to push the youths, it's really to keep them active and at the same time show them that they could use what we have around to actually generate an income, a sustainable income, right? Because you know out there the business world out there right now, things hard and not everybody, we say, not tech savvy, but book savvy, I should say. Everybody are booking them. So, I mean, we just give them different means and show them different ways where they could exploit to get an income, right? And all this is through the tourism aspect, right? Right, where they could go there and do the tours, they could do the bamboo rafting, the kayaks on the beach and all these other fun stuff we have going on up there. So.
Yes, folks. When I tell you that this group has been doing such amazing things, I'm not kidding. So, I mean, I just want to thank you so much. And before we go, just leave people, just give people the details about how to get connected with the hike on Sunday and why they should be a part of it.
Right. Well, Sunday, for the hikers, we know you have a hike team out there, hikers team out there. You come out, represent, is all about fitness, is all about education, educating you about what we have in our community. We're using this opportunity to educate the people in Tobago about what we have in the community. So come out, have fun. For the fitness lovers, it will be an exhilarating hike. Exhilarating hike. It's a very exhilarating hike. Medium to hard, another soft hike, right? As you said, 20Ks are walking, right, to the falls and back. And we just cool it off in the evening with a little fun by the beach, the bamboo rafting by the river, the kayaks, and the people get in tune to Glamorgan, right? To know that we're really on the map now and this is what we have to offer.
Awesome. Right? Any last words?
You know, come out and support, you know. Don't be afraid, you know, we're always here for everybody, you know. Just come out.
Love it. All right, great. I want to thank you both for being on and certainly continue your good work. And we're looking forward to see all the other positive things. I know you have a whole lot more in the pipeline.
Yes, man. Definitely, right? And make sure you all keep the day for the March 24th. We have the regatta coming up. Bring your teams because this year you plan to be even more extraordinary than last year. Last year was sell-off. Be here this year for sure, right? Bring out your teams. And I really want to say thanks to Tobago Update for really supporting our ventures and being with us and continue doing the good work. Right?
We will continue to support. All right, so thank you so much for being on. And of course, viewers, thank you for being here with us all morning. And I hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend, I should say, because today is Friday. So we'll see you again on Monday. Bye for now. To a brand new dawn and as the passion start to rise, the energy